everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Look It Up podcast. We're back, baby.
We're back.
So, sorry we missed the last 2 weeks pretty much because, well...
Because of the holidays.
Holidays, New Year's. He's been dealing with his surgery.
Yeah.
We showed you last time we were on.
Doing better.
He's doing better, yeah. So,
Anyway, the holidays were in the way, so anyway, we're back to full stream here. We got a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about
we're
today.
We're going to try to hold it under 30 minutes, but we got quite a bit to catch up on, so let's talk real quick. First of all, let's mention LSU and the Saints. The seasons are both over. LSU lost in the bowl game. A lot of bad calls. Probably on both sides of the ball, but more against LSU. But it didn't mean anything. Win or lose, whatever it is, it is. It's everything's changing for LSU in the next few years. So the Lane train is rolling. They're picking up NIL players right and left right now. They've got probably 7 or 8. I think they've already signed. We're going to wait till next week and start going through some of those.
We're going to have a whole list for y'all next week, I'm sure.
We're going to look at it next week.
Yeah, like there's talks about 2 quarterbacks that we don't know who's coming. And Lane's going everywhere in Baton Rouge, pretty much. It looks like he's going to TJ Ribs. He's going to.
He's wearing LSU gear.
He wore an LSU hat at the basketball game.
Anyway, the Saints season is over.
Yeah, that was not good.
Anyway, the Saints had a good season. Really, they came on strong at the end. I think they found their quarterback.
Tyler, we've been saying that. Tyler Shough might be the guy.
I think he is. They end up with a number 8 pick. I'd like to see him pick Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Looks to me like everything I've looked at so far in drafts, he's still going to be there when we pick.
Yeah.
So if he's there, we cannot pass him up. Anyway, today I heard Mickey Loomis talking about the end of the year and the beginning of next year, what's going on. He sounded very positive. He says he's $27 million under the cap. $27 million under the cap. He says he expects to be very active in free agency. His goal, he said, is to win the division next year, and not just be 9-8, but to win 10, 11, 12 games, and also have a run in the playoffs. So we're gonna find out.
I like that.
It's looking good. I mean, the division was not strong this year. We beat Tampa. We beat Carolina twice.
We swept the team that won the division. It is a 4 seed in the playoff right now.
Yeah, and they're not going to do any good. They're not going to make anything.
Carolina's not going to do anything. But we swept the team that won the division.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back.
How does that work?
Let's talk about the CFP last week, the playoffs last week.
Yes.
I got them in front of me right here. Let's look at them. Man, the biggest surprise to me, one of the biggest surprises, well, 2 of them, but one of them was the biggest one, was Miami beating Ohio State.
Yeah, that was crazy. On New Year's Eve.
Shut them down. I mean, they just shut Ohio State down. And you would think Ohio State defense would beat the team that was hard to beat. I thought it was going to be Ohio State and Georgia at the end. Mm-hmm. And both of them got knocked out.
Yeah, they both got knocked out in the quarterfinal.
Oregon shut down Texas Tech.
Bro, Texas Tech, hey, their defense did show out, I'm not going to lie. But they got tired at the end.
But they couldn't score.
And Oregon pulled
away. They couldn't score. Oregon's defense dominated in that game.
Texas Tech's offense could not score.
Alabama. Woo! Alabama got whipped. I mean,
38-3, Indiana.
Indiana is
in the Rose Bowl.
Indiana,
the granddaddy of them all.
I think Indiana wins it all. I think they win it all. Indiana's. There's 2 years in a row they only lost 1 game. Mm-hmm. Lost 1 game last year.
But
Ole Miss and Georgia.
That was a great game in my opinion.
Ole Miss and Georgia was a good game. The problem there is Ole Miss wasn't dynamic. Problem was Ole Miss made the plays when they had to make them. A lot of them were lucky plays. I mean, Chambliss was running around.
Trinidad Chambliss was running for his life a couple of times.
And just throwing it up.
And it just
got lucky. He got lucky. The players were underneath and got the ball.
Trinidad Chambliss did look good in some moments of the game.
And Georgia just did not. They were not clicking. Georgia was not clicking when they had to. They missed a lot of opportunities, and it cost them the game. It ended up costing them the game. So now Ole Miss is in there. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Ooh, tomorrow. Guess what happens tomorrow? Thursday night football.
Ole Miss in Indiana. Ole Miss in Miami.
Well, personally,
he thinks Miami's going to.
I like Miami. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you some stats. Defense travels, right? Defense always travels. And what happens? Since I've been watching football since the early 70s, defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. Right now, Miami allows only 84 yards per game.
I want to
yards per game, 84. And wait, and only 13 points per game. Number 4 in the country.
I want to joke. Listen, I want to joke on this man right now.
What?
Because at the beginning of the season, this was the guy that said Miami wasn't going to win crap. Carson Beck is trash.
They shouldn't have been in. But you know what the advantage is? Here's why they're winning. Their defense is top notch. Their running game. You know what they average on a run? 190 yards a game rushing. 190 yards a game rushing. So guess what? Mm-hmm. They're going to rush. And guess what? Beck only has to throw the ball 10, 15, 20 times at the most in the game. And he's got a good front line, so he don't get sacked. And they will control the clock. They're going to run the ball. And guess what? Sam Miss ain't going to have the ball much. If you ain't got the ball much, you don't win. I think Miami scores 24 or more points, and Ole Miss can't do that against the Miami defense. So I like Miami minus the 3 points. I'll take Miami in that game. Okay. Next game, the day after, is who?
Oregon and Indiana.
Oregon, Indiana.
Gosh, that is a crazy game.
Well, the problem there is Oregon has injuries. Oregon's running back is injured, and they got I think an offensive lineman that's injured.
And Indiana is a full number 1 team.
Indiana rushes.
Very healthy.
Indiana
Heisman
rushes.
Quarterback.
Indiana rushes for 230 per game. 230 yards per game. Oregon only 206. Oregon's defense allows 267 yards per game, 15 points a game. But Indiana allows only 10 points per game. There's no way, I don't believe, there's no way Oregon can stay in this game. No. I think Indiana wins. They cover. The point spread is only 3.5, which I think
Indiana kind of rides into the national championship.
First down conversions. Indiana converts 56% of the time on third down conversions.
Yeah.
36% of the time. They win. Indiana wins that game, so that puts what? Miami and Indiana in the championship in a couple of weeks on the 19th. And they're going to be on a Monday night game. I would say Indiana will probably be favored. It'll be a close. The point spread will be close in that game when they two play, because they're both good teams. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Anyway, what else? Let's move over to the NFL.
The NFL, which is going to be nice.
Who got in? A good week. Let's talk about who got in.
Let's talk about who got in. I want to talk about some surprises.
Who got in? Let's see.
Carolina, as an 8-9 team, got in from the Saints losing to the Falcons last week. Well, they got in, but they're a 4 seed at 8-9.
And I was kind of glad because what's his name? Baker has put down New Orleans several times in the last 6 months, last month or two, saying he would not play in New Orleans. He hates New Orleans, and our players play dirty. Remember that he said all that. So I was kind of glad that he got knocked out the playoffs. Bye, Baker. Go bake somewhere. Anyway, here's the playoffs this week. First game, the Rams play Carolina.
That's
biggest spread.
Biggest
spread. That biggest spread I've seen in the playoffs in a while. -10.5. -10.5.
The Rams should win that game.
The Rams will cover. They'll win that game. They'll probably cover that spread. The Rams are averaging 400 yards per game, over 400 yards, and 30 points per game. And
agreed.
That's number 1 in the NFL. Carolina's 27th in the NFL in scoring, 18 points per game. So I think the Rams cover and wins that game, and they move on. Chicago and Green Bay. What do we think about that game? Chicago and Green Bay. I personally think, let's look at the numbers. Green Bay averages 23 points per game. Chicago averages 26, a little bit better. On third down conversions, Green Bay's second in the NFL. And Chicago's 7th.
So, who do you got?
Green Bay's defense allows 21 points. Chicago's allows 25 points.
Listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. The Bears should win this game. But, I've always said this. It's the Bears. They always choke during crunch time. in the playoffs, late in the season, whatever it matters, double doink. You know what I'm talking about?
I think Green Bay wins this game.
Yeah,
I think Green Bay's defense is better.
That's what I said. I said I think Green Bay wins because the Bears.
And they're getting 1.5. Take the point.
But I'm saying the Bears, or they always choke.
Yeah, well,
I will always say that.
This is the best season they've had since '85, when they won the Super Bowl with Mike Ditka. This is the best season since, and they got a good season. That coach has done a hell of a job. But
Ben Johnson.
How far can you think they can go on the first year? I mean, it's tough to do that the first year. Yeah. They'll be back. They'll be back the next few years. They're going to build a team.
They'll probably do the same thing that Washington did last year. First year head coach, first year everything. Probably make it to a little. Might go out wild card, might go out in the divisional.
I think they go out this week.
If they don't, they go out before the Super Bowl.
The biggest game I think is the Jacksonville Buffalo game. Buffalo.
That should be a good game.
This is going to be a close game. Buffalo ranks number 1 in rushing the ball and 4th in points per game, 28 points a game. Jacksonville ranks 20th in rushing and 28 points a game. So both of them average the same amount of points per game. They're pretty close. Jacksonville's defense stops 85 yards. They only allow an 85 yard. Buffalo allows 136. Points per game, they're pretty much even. I personally think Buffalo's going to win. And the reason I say Buffalo's going to win, they have been trying to get to the Super Bowl
so long. And now
the
Bengals are in. They don't have to worry about the Bengals. They don't have to worry about the Ravens. They don't have to worry about the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs ain't going nowhere.
They need to take advantage of it right now.
They need to.
They need to win this game. And Jacksonville's an upstart. They go the same
way.
But
Jacksonville has had a good year.
Yeah, but I think and they'll be back next year. I think Jacksonville's like Chicago. They'll be back next year. But I think Buffalo prevails in this game. And Jacksonville's favored by like 1.5. But I like Buffalo.
And it's in Jacksonville.
It's in Jacksonville. Yeah, same thing with Chicago. Chicago is a home game.
Then we got another good game, in my opinion. Chargers and Patriots. The Patriots should win this game.
Yeah, Chargers. Let's see. So my next page, I think. Huh? Yeah, Chargers and Patriots. Patriots should. I mean, Patriots are 4th total offense.
The Patriots have just had a great year.
They're 4th in total offense.
Drake May has been unbelievable. Probably going to win MVP, supposedly.
Either him or
Stafford.
Stafford done a hell of a job.
Yes.
Stafford done a hell of a job, especially at his age.
Yes.
He's played what they said, 17 years. I didn't realize he was played that long.
He got drafted in
Detroit. Remember, he was in Detroit a long time.
He got drafted in 2009.
Well, New England's offense is averaging 28 points a game. That's second in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the Chargers only averaging 22, which is 20th in the NFL.
I feel like that Chargers had a great year, but I think the Patriots are just having a better year.
Chargers have been hot and cold too. They've had some players missing. Yeah. They still got some players missing. So, it's not like Bosa hadn't played. I don't think he's going to play either. I think he's still out. They got several players out. So I think the advantage goes to New England. New England's going to probably win that game.
Then we got Houston and Steelers to close off the AFC in the wild card.
Still got another one, I guess. Anyway, Houston and Pittsburgh.
No, we don't. Not in AFC.
We didn't talk about Philly.
Well, I'm going to talk about that next.
But we talked about 2 NFC. But we skipped Philly. Anyway,
sorry.
Houston and Pittsburgh. That's on Monday night.
Houston and Pittsburgh.
Okay, both teams are averaging 23 points a game, 13th and 14th. Yep. Is what they rank. Houston defense allows only 17 points a game. Pittsburgh allows only 23.
Pittsburgh's just got lucky all year. That's my opinion.
Well, the other night they were lucky to win that game.
I'm saying
they should have lost that game.
They've been lucky all year.
And it may have saved Harbaugh's luck, but I don't know. I think they were ready. I think both Baltimore and Harbaugh was ready for a change. He'd been there too long. After a while, you get stale and you got to go somewhere else. I think that's happened with Sean Payton when he was with the Saints. And now look what he's doing at Denver. By the way, Denver is sitting at home with a bye. Mm-hmm. And who else? Seattle. Seattle's sitting at home with a bye. They're waiting for the next round.
I don't see Seattle going to the Super Bowl. That's my opinion.
I still think it's.
I think they beat either I think that they play the winner of Chicago and Green Bay.
I don't know. What's the bracket? Look at it.
I think so. Pretty sure.
Who are we talking about? Seattle. Seattle plays the winner of Green Bay and Chicago.
So that should, I think that I don't know. I think
Green Bay could probably.
They could probably make it to the NFC Championship, but I don't think they win all.
I think they end up playing the Rams
in the NFC Championship.
Yeah. Anyway, I think Houston beats Pittsburgh at home. I think Houston's defense wins.
Houston is having an unbelievable season.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's hanging around, and they've had a good season. I tell you what, Aaron Rodgers has really impressed me. He's done a good job. And Mike Tomlin's done a good job.
Based on what he's been talking, I think he's retiring.
But remember, Metcalf is coming back.
For the playoffs?
Yeah. Remember, he was out. He had suspended 2 weeks.
I know.
They won without him. So it's gonna be interesting.
But I think Aaron Rodgers is retiring.
I don't know. I think with the run, I think he stays another year with the run that they just had.
Okay. I don't think so.
And the other game we missed earlier is Philly and San Francisco.
Yeah, that's
Philly and San Francisco. No,
San Francisco has been inconsistent this year.
Problem with San Francisco is injuries. They've got
injuries.
2 or 3 guys on defense out for the year.
I think they played better when Brock Purdy was hurt.
Oh, he looked bad last week.
He looked bad against the Seahawks.
He was missing everybody last week, so I don't know what the deal is.
I said throw Mac Jones in there.
Well, Philly's favorite by 5.5 points.
Yeah, probably.
But San Francisco,
Philly's also been inconsistent this year.
Yeah, both of them.
They lose a couple, win a couple.
Kind of hard to pick that game. It's kind of hard to pick game. With that game, I'd take the points because you don't know. I think it's going to be a field goal game. I think it's going to be a close game. San Francisco getting 4.5. I'll take San Francisco with 4.5. Mm-hmm. But that's the game I'm kind of undecided on. That one in Buffalo, those are the 2 tightest games I think we see this weekend.
I agree.
San Francisco's averaging 21 points a game. Philly's averaging 19. So San Francisco's offense is doing better.
Yeah.
Problem with Philly is they hadn't had a running game. They haven't had their running game that they
Saquon has not been the best.
The defense is coming on now. The defense is coming like they did last year. Remember, that's how they won the Super Bowl. That's how they got there. So you never know if they turn their defense up and play good the rest of the year. They could beat San Francisco.
They could.
And if they do, who they play if they beat San Francisco?
But I think
they would play the Rams.
I think there's too much competition in the AFC for the Eagles to make it all the way through and win back-to-back.
Yeah, I think at the end of in the Super Bowl, I think it's Buffalo and the Rams. But Denver could be there. You never know. Sean Payton has a good team. The problem with the Denver Broncos is they don't score a lot. That's the problem.
The Patriots could be in.
The Patriots
you never know.
Yeah, the Patriots could be in. I mean, I'm not saying. My preference is Buffalo.
Yeah,
I think Buffalo determined that they need a Super Bowl. They have to work so hard over the years.
Hey,
they went to 4 in a row and lost 4 in a row.
It would be quite a story to close off old Highmark Stadium.
Yeah,
and win it all.
Win the Super Bowl
and come back next year with a new
stadium. And if
stadium.
it's the Rams, it's going to be a hell of a game because the Rams are very good. Puka, that bunch, they good.
Yeah. But if they come back,
and Davante Adams is back.
Yeah,
with the Rams, so he's healthy.
But they get to open a new. Imagine getting to open a new season, defending champs with a new stadium.
That would be good.
I'm like,
anyway, that's our picture. Our picture right now. That's what we think's going to happen. Now, if you're wagering and you want to wager on these games, only bet what you can afford to bet. Now, my picks this week, I'm not going to pick. I gave you what I thought on all these games. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say this: I like Miami to cover, and I like Indiana to cover in college football. And I think Indiana and Miami is going to be in the championship. In the NFL playoffs, I'll go with the Rams to cover easily. I think they win by 2 or 3 touchdowns over Carolina. Mm-hmm. I like San Francisco plus the points. Mm. I like New England minus 3.5. And I like Houston over Pittsburgh. That's the 4 teams that I like. Okay. That's the teams I'm definitely going to bet on, put my money on them, the money that I can afford to bet, and see what happens. And then we go from there. Next week we'll be talking about what? Divisional round. We'll talk about the divisional round. Man. So anyway, notice I have my baseball shirt on. You know why? It's almost baseball.
Oh, what?
Almost baseball. What, about a month away we start baseball? LSU's supposed to be one of the top teams again this year. We're going to find out. It's supposed to be deep, especially in the pitching. They're going to have deep in pitching is what I understand.
I think
they're going to be very good.
I think LSU will be fine.
Briefly on basketball, we went to a game a few weeks ago and watched LSU beat up on Southern Miss.
Yeah, but
they have not done good.
Looking good afterwards.
No, they have been. They played 2 conference games and lost both of them. I watched them last night. They didn't look that good against South Carolina. South Carolina was just shooting good. South Carolina was shooting good. The ladies are a little bit disappointing. The coach, Kim said they're not tough enough. Kim said her players are not tough enough, so she's got to toughen them up the next few weeks to try to get some ground.
I think
still in the top 10.
No, they say no. They were talking about how the easy games at the beginning of the season like gets them warmed up and stuff. I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that you get these little you get 15 cupcake games and then you go straight into conference play.
No, I don't like that either.
And you aren't ready.
Games. I like tougher games.
I think you should
just like
go.
The football team. I like the way the football team. Next year we start
LSU. We play. Look, LSU. We go play one of the hardest teams to play every year in our openers.
That's what we usually do. Now I don't know how good Tim Clemson's going to be next year, but that's who our opener is at home.
They were supposed to be good.
Yeah.
This past year. So that's why we played them.
They did improve. They did improve over the year, but they lost. I think they lost in the bowl game, right? I think
they got blown out by
So never know what he ain't going nowhere. He's gonna still be the coach there for at least another year, unless they have another bad year. But that's who LSU starts with next year. That's our first game.
The real Death Valley, though.
At the real Death Valley. Yep. Anyway, that's it for today.
With Lane Kiffin on our sideline this time.
That's it for today. It wasn't too long. It only lasted 22 minutes. We did a pretty good job of this. UFC, anything interesting in there? UFC?
Not really. We got 324 coming up in the next 2 weeks, I think.
Well, no, that's all coming up. That's all going to be on
no
more pay-per-view, right?
No more pay-per-view. It's on Paramount Plus from now on.
But you still got to pay for Paramount Plus.
But it's it's just a subscription.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay every time. You just got to pay once.
That's right. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to find us, where you find us at?
YouTube under the Look It Up Podcast and Facebook under his name, Tony Gudo.
If you're looking for something, you can't find it.
What do
you
you
pull
do?
up your computer and you do what?
You look it up.
That's what we do.
Go Tigers, Lane Train coming.
Let's
Who
go,
dat,
Lane.
baby? Let's go.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.